Now, Laid to Rest is a 2009 brainchild from the late Robert Greene Hall, and we are introduced to the slasher villain known as Chrome Skull as he hunts down a prostitute with amnesia while filming the entire process. And here are 5 reasons that you should watch Laid to Rest. Coming up on SYNOPSIS Horror. Now, Laid to Rest tells the story of a woman who wakes up in a casket with a traumatic head injury and memory loss. Now, she doesn't know who she is or how she got there, but after trying to dial the police for help, the owner of the funeral parlor realizes that some strange woman is in his place of business and he tries to help her. But before he could get to her, he is brutally murdered by a masked assailant with a chrome-plated mask. And this woman name is Princess Gemstone. Not because it's her real name, it's the only name she can remember. And she is hunted by this mysterious masked killer. But with the help of a few local Samaritans, Princess Gemstone tries to fight off this ruthless killer while trying to discover who she is and why she's being hunted. Now, this movie was Robert Greene's Hall coming out party. And the fact that after being in visual effects makeup work for several projects, he finally got in the driver's seat to deliver his very own blood-soaked project. So, why should you watch this movie? Reason number 1. A horror icon is born. Now, before there was Art the Clown, at the turn of the millennium, Chrome Skull was that guy. His government name is Jesse Cromines, but a tall, silent, yet agile serial killer who wears a chrome-plated skeleton mask glued to his face. Now, he killed most of his victims with 2 large hunting knives. And though it's never stated, he is believed to have been a medical doctor gone rogue because he has the cutting precision of a talented surgeon. And every kill is over the top, practical effects, and super gory. Reason number 2. This movie is a who's who of talent. Now, Laid to Rest consists of stars with massive resumes. I'm talking Lena Headey, Sean Whalen, Richard Lynch, Thomas Dekker, Kevin Gage, and of course, Bobby Sue Luther. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing other names, so please forgive me. Reason number 3. Chrome Skull crawled so Art the Clown could walk. Now, played by one of my favorite slasher boogeymen of all time, Nick Principe, Chrome Skull was a more refined Art the Clown. And much of what put Art on the map, the same was done with Chrome Skull, because Robert Greene Hall and Damien Leone took a very similar paths in developing their slashers. I mean, both guys came out of the world of FX makeup, and when they got a chance to put their own product out, it made a ton of noise. And I don't know about you, but I've always considered Chrome Skull a proto Art the Clown. And while Art is my guy, and he is now has all the notoriety, I've always considered Chrome Skull to be the standard bearer of that sort of on-screen killing. Reason number 4. Bobby Sue Luther is just too cute to be so stupid in this movie. Yeah, in the movie Laid to Rest, you want to hate her for being just dumb, but man, she's just too hot. I mean, she's supposed to be like an amnesiac, but clearly she's giving off mildly retarded vibes. I mean, she says things like calling a casket or a coffin a dead box. Or if she witnessed someone being murdered, she says she saw someone get dead. I mean, for example, the character Tucker asks her where she's from, and she says, I'm from where the dead people are. I mean, she doesn't know what a funeral home is. And I will say this, she's very effective in this movie at being stupid. But at the end of the day, Bobby Sue Luther is just too cute to hate. But hey, that's just me. What about you? Reason number 5, Chrome Skull trolls the police. In the movie Laid to Rest, one of the things that make Chrome Skull stands out is the fact that he records all of his kills. He has like this GoPro style camera rigged on his shoulder to give him a first person point of view while he kills people. But he takes that footage and sends each kill to the police. And he enjoys the police hunting him because in his mind, they aren't smart enough to find him or stop him. So yeah, Chrome Skull's entire MO is to troll the police. He's not only sadistic, but old boy has a massive ego. Now, Laid to Rest, along with his companion sequel, Laid to Rest 2, was highly touted and was an underground smash hit during the early 2000s. Robert Greene Hall was well on his way to being what Damien Leone is today. And Nick Principe epitomized this Chrome Skull character, and he played the character with a sort of violent yet suave nature. And sadly, this franchise died with the passing of Hall, and he was also in the process of remaking Chopping Mall before his death. And as they say, the good die young. And the world lost one of the most artistic minds of our day. And I gotta admit, even though I didn't know him personally, man, I really miss his work dearly. Our killer of the week comes from 2009's Laid to Rest. We're introduced to a vicious killer by the name of Chrome Skull, who kills his victim with 2 large hunting knives, wears a chrome-plated mask, and records all of his kills, just to send the footage to the police just to troll them. Now, our killer of the week occurs when in one scene when a man believes that his sister is being cheated on by her husband, because earlier he saw him pick up another woman that wasn't his sister. So he arrives at his sister and brother-in-law's home. He searches outside to see if he can see anything or anyone suspicious. His girlfriend, who is with him, mentions that she's scared and wants to go back home. She even insists that it's none of their business. But while trying to console his girlfriend that everything will be fine, a large, sharp hunting knife comes flying right through his jaw. I mean, with blood spearing all over the place, this guy's girlfriend is crying and being hysterical. So out of the shadows come Chrome Skull. He grabs the knife and starts to make a pulling motion upwards, thus slicing the guy's face clean off. Oh yeah, Chrome Skull was a dog. But just when you thought that was it, no, that's not it at all. Because the girlfriend then gets out of the car and tries to make a run for it. But as she does, Chrome Skull, who has been hiding from her, making her believe the coast was clear, slashes at her general direction as the girlfriend continues to run. But all of a sudden, she stops running. And that's when the camera zooms in on her, and we as an audience now realize that she's been cut. And we get this really nasty visual of her abdomen deeply cut, and her entrails starts to fall out of her stomach while she's trying her best to hold them inside of her. But then she bleeds out and falls to the ground, dying, thus solidifying that how Chrome Skull really gets down. And until next time, when SYNOPSIS talks horror.